cross country, rented an RV, and we filmed our whole adventure. And you guys want to talk about it? We visited different agencies across the country.
Did a good amount of sightseeing along the way.
And you'll see more. And yeah.
Some parts are tend to be cut out for us acting being like usual knuckleheads on a road trip. Some parts had to be like edited out. I never did the mic, dude. I got a good voice.
That's true.
I said that the last couple times.
Can you tell us what People Inc. is and what the Museum of Disabilities is?
People Inc. is a nonprofit agency serving people with disabilities. It's the largest in Western New York. And okay, sorry.
God.
It's an agency with serves people with disabilities. It's the largest in Western New York. Some of you guys know Megan Logan. She also works with us. And her family produced the first play today. It's kind of funny how that worked out. That's the play, movie, all of that. But the Museum of Disabilities, it's a museum that showcases disabilities, and it's in partnership with People Incorporated. And the whole purpose of this movie was kind of to show people with disabilities could do anything like you or I, and kind of them living to their fullest, I guess.
I just have one question before we start, and that is of the four guys, how many of them had gone on a trip far away before?
Eric, you've been far away, right?
Yes, I've been far away.
Yes.
And I've been to people from agencies, and we made it across country, and we made it to Colorado on time.
On time to Colorado. Excellent.
And how about you guys? I think that was your first time, right? Going out west?
Out west, yeah.
Yeah. So.
I went to Virginia Beach, but that's not west.
Yeah.
First time for them being out west. First time for me to ever be back out west, because originally from California.
That's part of the story.
Originally,
Yeah.
I'm from San Diego,
Yeah, yeah,
California.
yeah.
Not too many spoilers.
Spoiler.
And I just want to say,
I'm originally from the west.
the guys will be available for autographs after the film.
Yes.
That's right.
What do you offer me?
$20 per autograph.
All right, sit tight, and guys, thank you. Have a seat, and we will answer questions afterwards. Thank you very much.
I can be sunshine, even when all you see is rain. I can be silence. Inside I'm calling out your name. Words don't come easy, but I hear everything you say. Reach out and touch me. I need to feel your heart today. But don't say that I'm in the dark, 'cause you can't see my light. It takes every color in the spectrum to make the world so bright. If we want to understand, we all must learn to listen. 'Cause love speaks in a million ways, and in the end, we're not so different. Hey, we're not so different. Hey, it can be hard, I know, when all you want.
I wanted to become a teacher to help people with learning disabilities and stuff like that, and I kind of thought that if I went to school that I could actually become someone that could actually give that attention and assistance the proper way.
And it takes time, discovering slowly, growing the world that's in my mind. But don't say that I'm in the dark, 'cause you can't see my light. It takes every color in the spectrum to make the world so bright. If we want to understand, we all must learn to listen. Love speaks in a million ways, and in the end, we're not so different.
It's been an adventure. It's just I learn as much from them as they do from me. So.
All the folks involved with the film, come on down. I know we have some stars, we have directors, producers. Don't be shy. Would anybody be shy? You can hide behind each other when you're up there. Okay, so, Nick, why don't you let us know, I'm curious, did the idea to do the film, was it coincide, did it coincide with the idea of doing the trip? Did they go hand in hand, or did one follow the other?
It's a very good question, actually. It started with a trip. Eric wanted to go see the stars, go out west, and then we wanted to somehow document it. We talked about like doing journals and stuff like that. And then someone said it'd probably be a lot easier to do a film. And so we started actually recruiting local videographers to go along with us, but a couple issues came along, like insurance and stuff like that, and we ended up just doing it on our own. So.
Right, insurance is tricky.
Yeah, it is. It's very tricky.
And it's best just to ignore it when you can.
Exactly.
Would you like to introduce everybody standing up here?
Sure. This is Chris Zinski. He was another life coach that went on the trip with us. This is Eric Johnson, the singer of the group. Nick Federman, the hacker. Aaron Hanson, he's the one that doesn't need a microphone ever.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a good voice to talk.
And John Carver, the butts guy.
And Marvin Petrie is the guy who did a lot of the music on the trip, and he had the hookups with the Goo Goo Dolls. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And Tim, he's in the audience right now, but he was the video guy. I was labeled as the director, but he did lots and lots and lots of the work. You can only imagine it was 30 hours of film, and he had to go through all that. You know, he did lots of that. And you just stand up. Tim.
Stand up, Tim.
He did all the editing for it. Him and I would meet every Saturday, and then during the week he would go through it more and more and make something of it.
So, you decided you wanted to document it as some sort of internal piece, obviously, and at what point did you realize, oh, this is a lot more than we thought, and this can be something much bigger?
Well, you know, coming from our standpoint, it was internal. I mean, there were some ideas that we really wanted to take from that. One of them was the gym. We really wanted to take that gym and show People Inc. in Western New York and other agencies that we visited, whoever would see it, that you know, might be a good idea to build a gym, and there was other ideas along the way that wasn't in the film. And then when Tim got hold of it, he was that outside eye, and who kind of made it more conventional for everyone, you know, and he thought that there was something behind it. And Tim has a lot of expertise for that stuff. I like saying he worked on Xena the Warrior Princess. He was the editor for that back in the heyday. I thought that was pretty cool. And he was at WBBC's editor currently, so. And he helped out a lot with that, so. And then he felt there was something there, right, Tim?
Oh, absolutely.
So Tim, you've probably done promos for us without me knowing it in the past.
Probably.
Okay, so when you guys all came home, was there any positive feedback or fallout or anything from the guys and their families?
Yeah, Nick was a little homesick, as you guys can probably all see, but shortly after he wanted to go back out again. These guys, you know, we did a lot of presentations and stuff like that, just around the Western New York. We went to Syracuse the other day, and they're starting to start their own guys group now. And people in Oklahoma were talking about doing a cross-country trip and visiting us. Cool. Yeah, so I think there's lots of stuff like that. So.
Is there a gals group?
Yes, there is.
There is a girls' night. Yeah,
Again. Do they have a Facebook?
Yes, they have a Facebook
girls'
page.
night group also has their own Facebook page.
Megan back there actually
Yeah,
runs
Megan.
the
Come on,
girls
Megan,
group.
come up.
Come on,
in
Megan.
Lockport, so.
And why don't you tell everybody about some of the screenings you've had, because I know you've had some big shows.
Yeah, we had, the premiere was at the screening room. We went to, help me out here, DD Day, we did a screening, we did one in Syracuse. And then there were other ones too that are slipping my mind right now.
And we were in a limousine.
Yeah, we did, the big limos, and it was a red carpet, and,
As mentioned, the Facebook pages had a lot of likes.
Yes.
Up with the mic. I don't need the microphone. Come on, man. I got a good voice.
yes.
I'd like to each
Seriously.
of the four guys, what was your favorite part of the trip?
With each guy, you want to do?
Vegas.
Get over there, Mr. Vegas.
So, we'll come back to you.
You can't come back to me here.
My favorite part is Hollywood.
Yeah.
Brian.
Is he Brian Donovan?
Brian Donovan was the voice actor from Digimon and Kelly's Hollywood.
He's a good voice actor. I've seen cartoons with, and you know, I've seen seen after the end of the cartoon, see under, like in the credits, his name, and I'm like, what? That dude's awesome.
Is that your favorite part too then?
He's a cool actor,
Yeah.
voice actor. He's a cool voice actor.
Okay, John?
My favorite was Los Angeles Patriots, that's why.
Los Angeles Kings, yeah, played, got to see that, big Kings fan.
Now, how long did it take after the trip to get the edit done?
Gosh. Well, it was, how many months before we even started? It was a good 6 months before we even, yeah. Probably took me 6 months to cut it though, but I was working part-time.
And were the guys seeing snippets of it as you went along, or did they have to wait until it was done?
Mostly wait till it was done,
They still live one of them.
yeah, it was mostly till it was done. There was lots of stuff there,
We
so.
did do a trailer though for
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, we did do trailers, they saw that. Yeah.
So what did you guys think when you saw the movie the first time?
Awesome. And I had the thought I like the dancing water when we went to the Vegas.
Oh, the,
Is it the Bellagio?
Bellagio, yeah.
Bellagio.
Okay, so what did you think of the video?
The video was like me and Mike drinking beer.
Oh my God! That's the part he liked, of him drinking beer.
Before I ask the audience if they have any questions, I just want to let everyone know, the group is going to be selling DVDs outside, and as I said, the guys are happy to sign autographs. So, do we have any questions from the audience?
How
Harry?
about the funding? How did that come about?
The funding, the whole trip, we raised about $12,000. Can Jam, as you can probably see, was a sponsor for the trip.
Yep.
Town Auto was a huge sponsor.
WBDZ.
WBDZ,
Yeah.
and Embrace the Difference. And then we did a GoFundMe campaign, we raised a couple thousand there. And then we did some fundraisers too, so.
And Embrace the Difference helped out a lot too.
Yep, Embrace the Difference,
Yeah.
these gens.
Terry?
I was curious, how did you guys decide on the places that you visited out in your trip?
Actually some of the guys group families, the guys group is a group of people, like, it's about like 80 to 90 guys there. And they found out we were doing this trip, and they, some of them had some suggestions, like the one in Vegas, Opportunity Village, that was one, and then a couple of them actually were coworkers, used to work there. So we had some kind of connection, called them up, it took them a while to explain everything to them and talk them into it. But yeah, that's pretty much how we got in touch with them, either through word of mouth.
Yeah, because they were really neat places, so I was just wondering, like it was kind of a crapshoot, like you just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, but you had some kind of recommendations, some kind of connections, or at least some sort of.
Yeah, for the most part, actually Oklahoma City, we were passing by there on the way back, and they saw, it made some like a lot of newspapers across the country actually, and he saw in the newspaper the trip, and he knew our tour, our route and everything. He's like, I see you're coming right past us, you're 10 minutes off the, I don't know how he got our route, but that's how that one started. And there was someone in San Diego that wanted us to come out and all over the place, Washington, near Seattle, and,
That's cool. Now that you mentioned it, actually raises another question, like, did you have ongoing publicity during the trip, or how did that work out?
yeah, people would send out a press release, and
Okay.
there's a lot of local coverage on the news, and newspapers and stuff. People would send a press release, it went to the Washington Post, and a lot of major, the internet, the mighty.com, and people found out through that way, so it kind of caught on quick, it was kind of cool, yeah.
Are you submitting this to other festivals?
Yes.
Yeah, you might wanna go out west.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking.
We're thinking maybe every place we went, start there,
Yeah.
and then kind of see where it goes.
I have a
We're not gonna
friend
take
with a
that.
place that's out in Fort Collins, developmentally disabled. And
Yeah,
he said he had heard of the movie, and then I see you guys were in Fort Collins, now I gotta send it to him.
yeah.
He owns the Otero Corporation, I worked with him in Kansas, southwest Kansas, at a place for
Oh,
developmentally
wow.
disabled. It was great.
Yeah. How'd you hear about this screening?
Through the Buffalo
Okay,
Dreams
cool.
Fantastic Film Festival. I hadn't known about it, and my heart is in that work.
Wow, that sounds really cool. I should talk after.
Anybody else?
Oh, it's
I have a question. Have you gotten any feedback from any of the agencies that have seen this, and any of the agencies seen this, and have they commented?
Yeah, a couple of them did some screenings and stuff like that, and they haven't sent me over the pictures yet, but I want to put that on our Facebook page. But yeah, they all loved it, and they recommended too that we put it out there to the local festivals out there, so.
We have a website for the screening, what is it?
Cross Three Quarters WNY.
No, the screening, the DVR thing. It's
Oh, it's on
digital.
Vimeo.
Vimeo, it's on Vimeo too, if you guys want to
Yeah.
check it out, it's online. So.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, so who did you have to pass this idea by first, if People Incorporated, and what was their reaction after you came back?
Well, that's two really good questions. That was probably the toughest part, was pitching it, because as you can imagine, liability and everything else like that. It was, it started the chain of command, immediate supervisor, then I went to the vice president, and then, the CEO. But yeah, it was tricky. It was, we had to get everyone on board with that, and then they finally trusted us, and yeah, it's cool. And when we came back, they were really excited. No one got killed or broke a leg. So yeah, it all worked very well. And I should mention too that shortly after, about 6 months after, we went backpacking for 5 days on the Appalachian Trail, and it didn't take any convincing at all. And that was kind of the point of the whole adventure, to kind of, thank you, and not only for People Inc., but just for people with disabilities. It's not that big of a deal, I guess. It's not much of a difference.
Did you have to cut out any footage because it was too intense conflict within the group?
Yes.
An R-rated cut is
This guy right here.
Ask those guys, they're two of the Three Stooges.
So now you have the opportunity of doing a sequel where the guys go to other places or the gals go on a trip. Is there any talk about another?
There is talk about a girls' trip. I don't want to spoil it, but it's definitely something. Across the Borders Part 2.
And it's gonna be a documentary too, probably.
Yep.
I'm going back to National Wheel.
Armin, do you want to say anything?
Yeah.
Fantastic job for all of you guys. Tim, you're a genius. Great, and just everybody, the stars, Chris. Just an amazing job. And I'm so honored to be part of this.
Thank you, Armin. I appreciate that. We're grateful to have you involved with this. It got a shot in the arm once the music was in there.
Oh, they are so different.
Yeah, so thank you.
And don't forget John. John's kind of made it all happen.
Yeah, John.
That's not me.
The man with the camera over there.
Winner of our local service award last year. For contributing to the community.
John DeShula did?
That's correct.
Well deserved. It started, we were on bragging rights, and then in between commercial breaks, it was just the guys group, but we kind of whispered in his ear just what we're doing. And then John was pretty energized by it, and that kind of gave us all energy. He's like, has that ever been done before? I was like, I don't think so. And then he started really pushing it, talking to town and getting out there in the media, out the local networks, so thank you, John.
Guys, you have a captive audience, all of you. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the program or the film? Let's not have any regrets. Let's make sure we say everything we want to say.
John,
I should have said that.
You wanna say something?
You were about to say something before.
Next 2 more years, I'm going back there, that's my...
Just going back there, the next 2 years, these guys are planning a trip on their own out there.
Very cool.
2019.
You have to Las Vegas.
2019.
Yep.
And they're planning just Vegas or all the places?
We're going everywhere.
He wants to stop in
Not just
LA.
going back to Vegas, but anywhere else that comes to mind.
LA Kings versus the Sabres, that would be awesome. See, we had to edit the swear words.
Then you can make your own inappropriate
Yes.
documentary.
Yes.
Let us know.
And then bring it to here and say, warning, this is rated R.
Yes.
For
You
sure.
have to show it late at night.
Yes.
Who wrote the song We're Not So Different?
It was a collaboration with the Goo Dolls and the,
He's got it.
yeah. Go ahead.
It was a song written by a New York artist, Cassandra Kabinski. She had recorded it for an autism school in New York. I had heard it, loved the song, didn't like the arrangement, and produced a new version of it with Mary Ramsey from 10,000 Maniacs and John Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls. But it was a whole community effort. Even the mastering engineer, Vic Anasini, mastered it for free. Everybody donated their time. We put on a concert, and you can purchase the song online through iTunes, and every penny goes to the Institute for Autism Research at Canisius College. So pass it around, download the song. It's 99 cents. You can change the world. All right, thank you.
You
Thanks for
get a
asking.
link for that on the people link page, so we can share it.
I think so. I know, is there?
Is it Dave, Doug?
That's what I know.
So it sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
We could put the link.
And Dave and Doug have been in charge of doing all these events, and they've been coming to everything, and they're a huge help for this too.
These guys had a great cross-country trip, but we want to make sure that the movie keeps going across the country now in the DVD,
Yes.
so.
Yes.
And we're very
Different
fortunate
film
to have you guys
festivals.
be doing all that legwork right now. It's huge. I really appreciate it, Dave and Doug.
Go ahead, Sue.
The Embracing the Difference charm, was that before this happened, or before
Yeah.
this, or what was that?
Yeah, Robin Zimmer, she's a mother of the guy from the guys group, and she owns Reed's Gents, and she was it's a really cool charm. I buy it for everyone I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
We want to thank everybody for coming out. This is the first time we've done a block of family films. This film was actually, we were going to promote it as specifically as a documentary, but it seemed to fit in so well with the family theme that we decided to pair this with the shorts we showed earlier. It's an experiment for us. It turned out great. Thank you all for coming and supporting it. Talk to the guys outside. Like I said, they'd love to sign some autographs, and if you would like to get a DVD, we'll have them at a table out in the corridor. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming, Dave.